Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure. Greg Anthony. We'll see Villanova facing the UCLA Bruins.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
Now we'll look at Villanova's starting lineup. They've got Miller. Cooper is out there with Bryant. And it's Beal in at the point. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Miller, right side. Now here's Beal. He's guarded closely. Outside Bryant. From outside the arc. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Here's Freak. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Well, for Villanova, they've had a lot of their graduates make waves in the NBA. You can find a Wildcat playing professional ball everywhere, it seems.
Yeah, some of the current Wildcats in the NBA. Kyle Lowry's had a terrific career thus far. Randy Foye are the big names. Dante Cunningham's another guy who's had an impact.
And it's the Bruins with the ball. It's a three-point game. And he's good on the three ball. Freak's got 7 points in the game. And Beal kicks to Miller. They set the pick. Top of the key, Bryant. The three-pointer off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Freak. No good on the three.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Beal can't get it to go. Here's Fresh. He's covered by Beal. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. UCLA will retain possession. And the Bruins going here with a whole new group out there. So on the floor for UCLA. Freak, he's in at point guard. And it's Barton in at the two-guard position.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's Gaines. Steps back and drains the jump shot.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Freak's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Gaines the pass to Moore. And that one goes long. Freak with it. He has 7.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
And it's Villanova with the ball. After the Bruins picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Moore. No good. Johnson with some nice D. Here's UCLA. Now Freak shoots from 12. Rebounded by Moore.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Jones with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Foster dishes to Moore. And now here's Freak. He's guarded by Cooper. And it's Freak missing.
Can't get anything
to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up, whether by design or accident. That was a very high-quality shot they created.
Shoots from the high post. Rebounded by Moore. Moore's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jones drives in. The shot is off. The Bruins go the other way with it. From 12 feet out. And that one's good. Barton's got his first basket of the night. Here is Gaines. Jones kicks it to Gaines. Some nice ball movement by Villanova. Jones with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Cooper. Misses in close.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here's Freak. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Freak's got 9 points.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. UCLA leads by 2. And time now for the halftime break with the second half of basketball right around the corner. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it how we live. How we live. How we live. How we live. They don't love us, they just love it how we live. 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 See, they don't love us, they just love it how we live. 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 They don't love us, they just love it how we live.
You was never around, had to hold it down. We the youngest, we was thuggin', you was never found. What's that feeling? I'm the realest. All them nights I had to struggle trying to find some dinner. They don't really love me, they not really for me. When I die, is you gon' show up to the ceremony? I just bought a Bentley, just to bet you Christian Louboutin to make a switch religion. I'm not stupid, baby, but the mansion is. Me and Benji are related like we relatives. Brought the millions in. Go and get it, I'm the shit and don't need no laxative.
I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it how we live. How we live. How we live. How we live. They don't love us, they just love it how we live. How we live. How we live.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The Bruins on top. They lead by a bucket. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunity.
Freak in at point guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the center position. So on the floor for Villanova, they've got Bryant. Cooper is out there with Miller, and it's Beal in at the point guard position.
And the Villanova Wildcats have had a recent surge in their program over the past decade. Since about 2005, they have been a consistent presence in the tournament and also have won a few conference titles. Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And that one's good. Freak.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Well, the Wildcats of Villanova have been getting back in the swing of things as a program over the last decade, Clark, and one of the better runs they're on right now is a school.
Yeah, they are a surefire bet to pretty much be in the tournament almost every year now. Really one of the big schools in recruiting on the East Coast.
Villanova grabs the miss.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And Beal kicks to Bryant. The dish now to Ilgauskas. Feeds it to Beal. Clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. And it's the Bruins with the ball. They trail by 1. Here's Freak.
Check out the game for Freak. He has 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. On the free throw, no good.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
To the paint. Thomas dishes to Irving, and it's good. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Bruins.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
He got right to the cup using that screen. McAdoo's got his first 2 points.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Freak, a strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Beal with it. He kicks it to Ilgauskas. The jump hook, and Irving pulls it down. Ilgauskas has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Freak in a 2-guard. Irving is out there with Thomas. Then it's Porter, and it's Free at the 1 spot. And McAdoo kicks to Clarkson. He feeds it to McAdoo. Some nice ball movement by Villanova. Beal gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts has checked in.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's probably more so because they haven't figured out how to be good at what they know or don't even know how to do, you know. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, every level you reach, you're going to come against obstacles, and you have to combat those obstacles in order to move forward. It's almost like you're playing a video game, you know what I mean? And then the prize is insanity. Word.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Me and you getting it up, don't even go there. Come on with it. Once a break.
Welcome, everyone, to the final game of the college basketball season. Tonight, we will crown the winner of this year's tournament. And no matter what the outcome here tonight, what a ride it has been. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing the UCLA Bruins.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the power forward position. Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of a renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse in hoops until the turn of the century. But now, they're one of the most consistent teams in the country. And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
Here's Looney. Swiped away. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. The feed to Evans. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Badgers shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And that one falls for Evans. No good on the second free throw.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead. And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a four-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Hawkins. And that one's good. Freak's got his first points of the night. Here's the Badgers with the ball. And the Bruins go here with a whole new group out there. UCLA trails by 4, and Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Hill is out there with Fisher. Then it's Decker, and it's Wade in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Walker kicks to Hill. Walker is screen on Morris. Here's Wade. UCLA grabs the miss. Roberts got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Porter against Hill. They get it back.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
They set the pick. Here's Fisher. Second chance shot. They double him with Freak. And the wide open shot from Decker. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. Decker's got 5 now.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Now here's what UCLA is going with on the floor. Looney's checked in for Johnson. Campbell comes in for Morris, and Fresh subbed in for Porter. Now here is Hill, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Hill's got his second basket of the game. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And the shot is good. The Badger lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Freak. Outside Hill. Jumper off the screen. Inside. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Badgers will retain possession here.
You better listen to that.
Thomas checked in for UCLA. Free comes in. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And not exactly the start they were looking for, but there's still a lot of basketball left. You have to think they'll be mixing things up a little bit in terms of adjustments.
Well, Greg, I tell you what, the hole is deep, and if they want to hoist that trophy at the end of the game, they've got to get more from their star player, Freak. He's got to take over.
Freak in at point guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. They've got Hill. He's out there with Hawkins. Decker is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the 4 slot. On defense, the Bruins. 11-point game. Here's Hawkins. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
To the middle. Here's Fresh. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
They double him with Freak. This one for 3. No good. UCLA trails by 11. And the Bruins tack on 2 more.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Decker with it. He's against Campbell. And out of bounds.
I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where.
And it's the Bruins with the ball.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Freak in at shooting guard. Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Starks in at point guard. Here's Campbell. On the wing, Starks. Baseline jumper. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Conley. Dishes it to Decker. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Here's Freak. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
And a lot of teams shy away from that mid-range, but if you can get them off of rhythm, then you can have success.
Here is Conley. Following the basket by Freak. Here's Hawkins. And again, it's the Badgers missing. Here's UCLA. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Here's Freak. And the Bruins tack on 2 more.
That coverage is just too weak. I mean, heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you a game.
And some changes here for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Johnson. And Fresh subbed in for Starks. And Wisconsin also making a switch. Hill's checked in. 1:29 left here in the second half. Hawkins with it. Now defended by Freak. Evans right side. On target from 13 feet. And Wisconsin leads by 1.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Freak. The Badgers pull it in. And here's Evans. They set the pick. They double him with Freak. Evans kicks to Hawkins. Yes!
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Freak. Evans with the rebound. And the Badgers with possession here. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. They double him with Freak. Hawkins kicks to Decker. Pass to Kaminsky. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And the second of two is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Here's Campbell. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Here's Freak. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for UCLA.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. And both free throws good from Freak. Here is Hawkins. Pass to Hill. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his 4th personal foul. Shooting for the Bulls.
And he's unable to get anything at the line this time. So it's Wisconsin picking up the win. And what an incredible feeling.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
Hi, got you on speakerphone.
Okay.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the 8th pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas. With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles from the University of Kentucky. With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Devin Booker from the University of Kentucky. With the 14th pick in the NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Cameron Payne from Murray State University. With the 15th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Kelly Oubre from the University of Kansas. With the 16th pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Terry Rozier from With the 17th pick in the NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select the 19-year-old point guard from UCLA.
We met working at the post office together. Mark.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the slums. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London. To Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect to Ferg. Tell them, lay back, slow down. Better represent when we come to your town. Say, lay back, slow down. What you represent when we come to your town? Say, get in with the business, I'ma be there in a minute. I just booked a Paris ticket, thinking Russia need a visit. I'ma run it to the limit, and me, I'ma way to Venice. LA got the people saying, Brooklyn saying, ASEAN saying, Vegas saying, Rio saying, Tokyo saying, Down Under saying, Miami saying, Jamaica. Every city, every state, every country you know, all around the globe. Every city, every state, every country you know, this is how it goes.
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but
here we go. My first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Joined in the booth with glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I know he's thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy this accomplishment.
Well said, and I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And New York, looking at who they've got, Williams is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Aflalo. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Calderon in at the one spot.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Well, it's been Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you? For Jabari Parker, Mayo comes in for Antetokounmpo, and Freak subbed in for Vasquez. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for New York. Calderon comes in for Aaron Aflalo. Freak, he's in at the point. John Henson out there with Plumlee. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Mayo in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
Stolen by O'Quinn, and now the Knicks on the break. Calderon leading the charge. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Bucks trail by 11. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. He's covered by Roten. And Plumlee kicks to Mayo. Here's Freak all alone. And that one's good. Freak makes the bucket. An important momentous occasion for this young guy, getting his first points in an NBA uniform. Roten with it. Passes to Calderon. New York, no good that time either.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Henson the pass to Mayo. Back to Henson. Here's Freak. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Knicks leading by 9. Here's Calderon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Calderon's got his second bucket.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Roten, no good. Mayo into the lane, no good on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first half. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. Platoon swap here for Milwaukee. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Tony Roten in for Jose Calderon. On the court for the Knicks. Lance Thomas out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Tony Roten. Then it's Williams. And it's Aflalo in at the shooting guard position. Roten kicks to O'Quinn. Buries it from three-point range. O'Quinn's got his first 3 points of the game. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for New York.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Roten with it, out-defended by Freak. Kicks it to Aflalo. He feeds it to O'Quinn. The shot no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Now Bayless. He has 5. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And it's Freak missing. The Knicks leading by 20. Up the floor. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Aflalo.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Freak. The kick out to Mayo. Henson, a screen on Aflalo. Second shot opportunity. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Bayless has got 7.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Plumlee. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And as we conclude the third quarter. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. .135 left here in the fourth quarter. Freak, he's in at point guard. Parker out there with Vaughn. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Vasquez in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Knicks.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Anthony. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Double team on Thomas. The pass to Calderon. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feed. And the Knicks lead by 18. You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point. The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Yeah, with the game out of reach, intentional fouls don't mean anything. It's just an exercise in futility. Let the clock go.
Yeah, I agree with you, Clark. It just doesn't really make a lot of sense at this point.
Good on both. Milwaukee with the ball. They trail by 18. Here's Freak. That three off the mark. Now here's Calderon. And here is Roten. So no problem for New York as they get the win.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present Carmelo Anthony. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just...
Coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're going to be there. Playing in front of them in an NBA uniform for the first time is going to be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's going to be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Bucks leading by 3. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at point guard. John Henson out there with Plumlee. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. The shot's good from Bayless.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball. For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
Here's Kilpatrick. Goes back up, and Robinson with the layup.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Bucks have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And it's Freak missing.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Sloan dishes to Robinson. We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. They double in with Freak. Kilpatrick passes to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Sloan shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Plumlee with the screen. And there's the 3-second violation.
Looking at the numbers for Middleton, how he did last season. Averaged about 13 points a game last season. 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely.
And the line for 2.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. On the court for the Bucks. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Freak is out there with Mayo. And it's Monroe in at the 5 down low. Outside, Antetokounmpo to the left side wing. Parker. That's short off the rim. Nets trail by 7. Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Now here's Freak, defended by Jack. And it's Freak missing. Well, the Bucks made huge strides as a team last season. Greg, most of it came from them establishing themselves as a top-tier defensive team.
And, Kevin, as you know, that's really where it starts for all the elite teams. And the Bucks defensively were very strong. You look at the metrics that measure a lot of the defensive categories. Bucks finished with the 2nd-best defensive rating in the NBA.
The Nets making a switch here. Sloan's checked in. And again, the Bucks miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Mayo brings the double team. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Antetokounmpo defending. Lopez kicks to Ellington. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Ellington's got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, the Bucks were great across the board defensively. Top 5 in field goal percentage defense. Top 10 in three-point field goal defense. And of course, created a lot of turnovers too.
Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. Shot to end this full run and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And a big part of why the Bucks were so good on defense is because they got back on defense. They allowed the fewest fast break points in the league. Hustling back in transition goes a long way with the team's D.
Robinson's checked in for Brook Lopez. That one misses.
And, you know, you hear everybody talking about Giannis's potential. I mean, look at the athleticism coupled with his measurables. I mean, that is just off the charts.
Jared Bayless is checked in for Milwaukee. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Kicks to Slow. And so we wrap up the first half. Bucks lead. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Talk about a terrific.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Freaks checked in. Nets have gotten 4 of their first 5 second half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Young. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Watching Brook Lopez, he all the time contributes in every category. It's amazing the number of ways he affects the game.
Deadly with the shot.
It's the Nets now. They trail by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Milwaukee.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And at key points in this game, they stayed committed to their brand of basketball. That's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against the Nets.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Carter Williams. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Freak in his point guard. Chris Middleton is out there with Miles Plumlee. Then it's for Milwaukee as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Carter Williams.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom.
tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments.